Hey guys, what's up? I'm just now realizing I never actually did that tutorial for making dream catchers. I use metal bangles. Any ring, it doesn't have to be metal, it can be plastic or whatever, as long as it holds a circular shape so you can make the actual effect of a dream catcher. And depending on the size, you can use thread, or if you have yarn that you want to use, or ribbon, you can do that. It all applies on what supplies you have on hand and what your desired effect is. I have 5 complete, pretty sure. You can add beading if you want. The beading happens during the weaving. This is after you're done. Add whatever hanging decals you so desire. I have a little shell on here. Anything that you feel is representative of positive vibes, happy energy, just anything to expel anything negative, you can add on. This was the first one I ever made. This one's more random versus a more uniform dreamcatcher-esque look. I started making them because I learned that when you make a dream catcher for somebody, it works better, and I know a friend of mine has really bad dreams, so I wanted to make her one. So all I do is I cut a strand of thread that's a little bit larger than the circumference, just so I know that I have enough. Then I loop it through. Then I do that. I like to double knot it just to be safe. But you just loop it through here and pull through. And then I work from both sides, like both ends of the string, and tie that around. And then I tie them together to make the handle. I finished the first layer, and where the 2 ends meet, you just tie a little loop with whatever leftover string, if you have any. If not, you can always cut off more thread and tie a loop around it. Just a side note, quick movie suggestions that I think are really, really good are We the Animals and Beautiful Boy. I just feel like these are movies that people should see. Look online, see what they're about, or just watch them if you trust my judgment at all, which you probably don't because you don't know me at all. Now we're going in. I've cut my next piece of string. I try and make sure that it would go around the actual bangle because you have to make room for like what would be tied. Take the thread and you loop it through in the space between the outer ring and the thread that's tied on. Put it through. Knot it so it's centered on the string. You do the same shit throughout, like so. We're finished with the second layer, and this is what builds the little shape, and you just do the same thing throughout with more thread. Oh, and as you move in, instead of trying to make it the circumference of the ring, of this outer ring, I try to do it, I measure it so it's the circumference of whatever the innermost layer is, a little bigger than that, so you like can accompany for the knotting. But I also don't want to use too much, like waste too much string. And I try to pull it as taut as possible so it gets a really pretty shape, but sometimes they're just really loose. And you just keep it moving. This one's pretty loose. We're on to the next layer. Started in with blue again. Y'all get the point. I'll come back when it's finished, when I'm done, or if I want to add something different, spice it up in some way. Feel free to do whatever the fuck you want. Personalize them in whatever way you want. Like sometimes if you want to like skip to create different designs and overlap, I did a couple of skips around and switching it up to create slightly different designs and overlap them in ways, which is fun to do. Creates interesting patterns. This is the finished product. Hope you enjoyed. Sorry this camera angle is so weird. Oh, this would have been way better if I had done this the whole time. Pardon my hair, it's just doing what it wants right now. Always looking like somebody auntie, you know, hence the name. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you liked this video, slap a like on this video. If you didn't like it, dislike it, you know. Comment down below if you have something to say. Subscribe if you want to join the fam. And I will see y'all the next time I post. Bless.